All right, now we're out on location and we're dealing with the worst possible situation, direct sunlight. So we have Shay helping us on this shoot. And so here we are out with the sun over our shoulder. We're going to take a shot of her and we're going to have really the nastiest, harshest light you can get. Let's go ahead and take a couple of shots here. All right, and I'm shooting at, wow, that's some harsh light. I'm shooting in aperture priority mode. We're shooting at f5.6. Because we're out in the bright sunlight, we're at like 4/1000ths of a second. And the problem is the light is just really, really harsh. It's right in her face. It's just a mess. So there's a couple of things that we could do here. Depending on how much of our subject we want to shoot, we can either just put a diffuser over her head, but in this case, if we want to shoot something that maybe 2/3 length or even a full body, we're going to need to bring in a large scrim. And these are really, really popular for location shoots, especially popular if you ever see like a bathing suit shoot like on a beach or something. They'll bring in a large scrim. So we have a scrim here. Let's go ahead and bring it in. I have two assistants helping me today on the set. Brad Moore and Dwayne Tucker are both helping me today. This is Brad and Dwayne. Hi, guys.
Hello.
All right, so they're going to bring in 2 light stands and some sandbags. You definitely want to use sandbags because you're going to set this up and it could get windy and this thing could go flying off on you. So a couple of sandbags are great. Luckily, there was plenty of sand nearby. All right, so once you get just two regular light stands, the thing that makes this work is there's a little adapter you buy. It's a little swivel adapter, and here's the scrim. So what this is, before you guys put this on here, so what this is basically is a diffusion material. It's a very, very large diffusion material, and it takes about 1 stop or more of light, depending on which one you buy, out. So you're going to put this between the sun and your subject. Now, this is somewhat translucent, so the light's going to pass through here. What it's going to do is you're creating shade. So it's basically shade where you want it, and it's going to actually help soften the light a lot. It's going to give us a much better effect. And if you look on the corners, here they are. These little things, so you're going to buy the scrim, and by the way, it looks like it's very large. This whole thing just snaps together. It comes in a small kit. It snaps together. It does take a few minutes to put together because you have to wrap this around it. But it's not hard. It's very, very lightweight, guys. It's not, especially for you super strong guys. It's not very heavy at all. It's very, very lightweight. But it also acts like a sail in the wind. This baby will take right off, so you don't want that. So these two right here are going to help us swivel it. We're going to put this on the stands. Go ahead and hoist it up there, and you'll see it makes a little house over our subject. Now, it's best to not have your subject actually standing under the scrim while you build it in case they drop it. If they do drop the scrim on your subject's head, it hardly weighs anything, but still, it's just not a nice thing to do. Now, also, when I'm looking at, while they're putting this together over my shoulder, while I'm out here in direct sun, have you noticed that it's almost impossible to read your LCD? Now, this is not a product plug, but it's going to sound like one, but I can't help it because this is something I actually use. The thing around my neck is called a Hoodman loop. It's made by the Hoodman company. What this does is when you're shooting in direct light, you put this over your LCD and you can see clear as day. It doesn't magnify it, it doesn't make it larger, but what it does is it blocks out all the light. Right here, when you hit play, you can't see what's going on in the picture. It's all just completely blown out. There's really no way for you to see. You just have to guess. So when you put these on, then you put it up to your eye like this, you can see exactly what's going on in the image. And it really makes a huge, huge difference. So again, I'm not plugging them, but it's something I use on all my outdoor shoots because it's the only way you can really see. All right, now the scrim's set up. There's no power, there's no electricity or anything. It really is just a big giant sheet of diffusion on a very, very lightweight aluminum frame held up by 2 light stands. Let's try the same thing and take another round of shots with Shay and see how this goes. Ready, Shay? Wow, you can already see how much better the light looks. I mean, it's soft, you don't see all those harsh shadows. Everything looks just so much better. I'm going to back out just a little bit with the zoom. There we go. This looks much, much, much better night and day. And also, do you notice that she was squinting a little bit in the other shots because she'd have to. She's facing right into the light. So this way with a scrim, you get nice, super soft light. It's kind of shade where you want it. And you can angle this thing. So you can angle it depending on where the light is. You can tip it up. You can tip it back. Either way. So these things are incredibly handy. They go on location. Again, they come in just a little travel bag. It probably takes about 15 minutes to set it up on location. So it does take a minute to actually just assemble the frame. It just sticks together. There's no tools required. And then you have to wrap the fabric around it. But once you've done that, you've got this thing that goes with you everywhere you go when you're doing an outside shoot, and it will dramatically change the quality of the light that you have when you're shooting outside.